Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting. A very good afternoon to you. I am Eileen, and I will be your MC for today. Thank you for joining us for our Business Matching Webinar Taiwan 1.0, co-organized by Singapore Business Federation, SBS, and Chinese International Economic Cooperation Association. We would also like to thank our supporting organization, Taipei Computer Association. The COVID-19 pandemic had created global disruptions, with many countries implementing lockdowns and travel restrictions. Many businesses have made the leap to adopt digital transformation and innovative solutions to ensure business continuity and to create new value for their customers. Business Matching Webinar Taiwan 1.0 aims to be an alternative platform to connect Singapore and Taiwan companies in exploring how companies can adopt innovative solutions in the current disruptive world. We hope that companies joining us for the customized one-to-one business matching sessions later today will be able to find potential collaboration and partnership opportunities. Next, please. Before we begin today's session, I would like to share with you on Global Connect at SBS. With a focus on ASEAN, frontier and emerging markets, FTA education and outreach, and markets along the Belt and Road, Global Connect at SBS supports the expansion of businesses to new markets. Global Connect at SBS can help in the following areas: internationalization advisory, market information, business matching, capability development, and in-market facilitation. You can reach out to our Global Connect team for a complimentary discussion today via our website, globalconnect.sbs.org.sg. Next, please. Before we start, a gentle reminder that the information in this webinar is intended to provide general information only and does not contain or convey any legal or other advice. All efforts have been made to ensure the information provided in this webinar is accurate as of publication date. The organizer and presenters reserve all rights in the material provided. Next, please. Here is a run-through of our program for today's webinar. Before we start today's session, I would like to remind you that if you have any questions that you would like to raise, or if you'd like to connect with the presenting companies, please email to market.cna@sbs.org.sg. We will not be having any Q&A segment in today's session. Lastly, to allow us to better understand your needs, we hope that you will participate actively in the feedback form that we will send to you after today's session. Next, please. Without further ado, I would like to hand over the presentation to Mr. Tim Chen from TMS Technologies to share on some of the innovative solutions adopted by their company. Mr. Tim, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tim. Yeah. Can you show my slide? Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Tim from Taiwan TMS, and I hope everyone has very well and not any impact by COVID-19. Today, I will show some information and for our company, and now we're doing some of the innovation business in Taiwan, and hopefully can looking for some partner in Singapore and other countries. Okay, next. About me, and I'm the president of the TMS Technology. I'm also the deputy chairman of the Taiwan Open Data Alliance. And also, I have some of the experience to be the mentor and to be the judge of the Taiwan Open Data Hackathon. Next. And my company is a small company, but our partner is very big company because we're doing some of the different strategy and doing some of the technology, so we can easily do cooperation with them. And I will introduction some of our company too, and about our innovation. And like here, TomTom English is the global next company, and we also have the partner from the Germany, and some of the partner from United States, and some of the partner from the Israel. Next. This is why our companies do. and I just because he all of like is the Chinese, and we do some of the smart transportation for the dynamic control for the signal, and we also do some of the developing some of the decision maker system for government, and we also selling some of the professional transportation software, and we also do a platform for autonomous vehicle, and they can simulation test. And we also have a department that doing some of the drone solution. And today I will show some innovation because we doing some of the data service. That's why. And so this is our topic, and today I will show, and I will show you how we can make money from the data. So, and this is the process how to from the data market to the data bank. Next. Okay, I think everyone has say open data, but open data is the free data. But how to make money from the open data? This is a good question. Okay, that's one. I think from the open data we can see a lot of the data, and a lot of the data has some of data is useful, but some of the data may be unuseful. So it's like a database and like a data lake. But how you if you want to drink water, and you can use the cup from the data lake to drink the water? No, because it's not clean. Next. So water needs to some of the treatment. So from the data lake, you need to use the water treatment plant to make the water cleanly. So you can easy to use your cup from the water tap. Next one. So this is the page, and you can easy to understand. We can get the water from the water tap, but the price of the water is very, very cheap. But how to make the water different value from the area? It's also the same the water, but it's different price. And the other brand is the Fuscom. Fuscom is the Japanese water, but it's very expensive. Why it's so expensive? Because they have something value added, and some of the brand value added. Next one. So this is what we think. If we can do a platform and make the data valuable, it will be easy to get money from the data. Next. So sorry. Yeah. Next one. So we create a data bar. So next one. This is can you change the page to next one? Oh.
It's okay. I think that's the last of the slide.
Oh no. Yeah. No. So I have a lot of slides at the left. Yeah. So you can see my PowerPoint. This is a PDF or not?
This is a PowerPoint.
No. Or you can open my PDF. Can you open my PDF?
Yeah, you take us a minute.
And because my slides can be 25 page. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And maybe you can.
Sorry, just give us a minute. Let us find it for you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. You can turn to the page 11.
Sorry, just give us a minute. Sorry, everybody, just give us a minute while we solve this issue.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, everyone, while we solve this issue, perhaps we can move on to the next speaker first. Is that okay, Mr. Kim?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. Sorry about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. So may I now invite Ms. Jasmine from Business to share with us about the insights on how Taiwan companies can tap on Singapore e-market to penetrate into the ASEAN market. Ms. Jasmine, please. Ms. Jasmine, you might need to unmute your mic.
Thank you, Elaine. Hi, good afternoon to all of you. It is our pleasure to be here today, and I'd like to thank SBS for this opportunity to share the initiative on the Global Connect and then how Taiwan companies can leverage on this Global Connect marketplace to penetrate into Singapore market. Next, please. Yes, Business System, we are a 18-year-old company and we have 35 staff and out of which 25 focusing on solutions development and consulting. In fact, Business System has been focusing on helping companies to improve and streamline their business processes since 2002. So on this area, right, that we focus on, we help companies to automate and digitalize their business processes. Many of the solutions that we have delivered are like e-procurement and order fulfillment. We are also probably the only company that operates multiple B2B e-commerce projects across different industries. In fact, it is very interesting. Out of which of these industries, 2 projects are focusing on the F&B and medical. I will go into a bit more detail later on. And then in addition, we have also been awarded several e-commerce B2B and B2C platforms. This is to help our clients to reach out to their customers digitally. And some of the B2B platform is very interesting, is in the niche industries like process engineering as well as cleaning services. Next, please. Well, as Elaine has earlier on introduced, this period, in fact, indeed, it is a very challenging time for many businesses. Actually, many companies need to consider changing the way that businesses are conducted. And for us as the operator for B2B e-commerce platform, we have also seen a big shift during this period, especially on the F&B industry and the medical where we operate the portals. Just started in April where the COVID hit us. We see a surge on the use of portal. And in fact, what is shared to us, the medical portal operated by Singapore Medical Association, they told us that many people were buying masks and sanitizer from the portal. So COVID situation, in fact, amplified and accelerated this way of business being transacted. And then till now, right, of course, many of us are still unable to travel. So I believe in a lot of you, in your mind, you'll be thinking, how are you going to sustain your business? How are we going to grow our business? Not just domestically, but of course, overseas as well. In fact, we are very glad, thank God, towards the end of last year, prior to COVID, my boss has already seen the need for B2B e-commerce marketplace and has already planned a development of a portal that can facilitate cross-border transactions as well as integrating with other portals. And today, this is already, in fact, a need for most companies as the portal helps to connect business across different countries. Well, SBS, I think we are all very familiar, the Apex of Business Chambers, has launched the Global Connect initiative to focus on helping local companies to expand overseas to ASEAN and beyond. And in fact, we're very glad that SBS is collaborating with this man to bring Global Market B2B to all of you. Well, Global Market B2B is a e-commerce marketplace for companies to connect and expand locally as well as overseas. And it is a true end-to-end supply chain digital platform where you can complete transactions together with logistics as well as trade. Let me go a bit more detail into the Global Connect B2B. Next, please. Now, Global Connect B2B, right, is a e-marketplace where you can see from the screen here, the buyers and sellers are connected on this platform. And the platform is very interesting in the sense that it caters for all industries. Meaning to say, if I'm a buyer, let's say I operate in a restaurant, I will need to buy my trade supplies, my food supplies. But at the same time, I will also require to buy services from different suppliers, buy even computer, IT products from ICT suppliers. So Global Connect B2B aims to help buyers to be able to source for different suppliers from a single platform. And as you can see from here, suppliers will be able to come in to place their products for buyers to be able to source and complete the transaction of buyer placing the order, supplier processing the order to delivery. Next, please. So on the screen here, a buyer who comes into our Global Connect B2B would be able to source products from the different industries. And a buyer and a seller, if for example I'm a seller of computer product, I will be able to put my product under the digital ICT. And if I'm focusing on manufacturing food product, I will place it under food manufacturing. Next, please. And the best thing is, as a buyer, when I come in, I will start to be able to browse all the different products that I would like to procure. And this procurement, right, does not limit to, certain specific industry or area. In fact, it is across different industry and across different locations as well. Next, please. So today's business, right, is all about connection and collaboration. So, as I shared earlier on, in Global Connect B2B, we are not just a e-market place portal. In fact, we connect to many other portals as well. So over here, as you can see, our portal is able to connect to, over here you'll see on the left, the icon where we show F&B market portal. This is the F&B industry portal that I mentioned, and we have F&B portal, which we call operate with Singapore Medical Association for the medical industries, and we have a process engineering portal as well. So our Global B2B is a collaborative portal where it can connect to many external portals like F&B, F&A, and it's very interesting in a sense that the buyer, can be looking at product that they require, and it allows the suppliers to even come into a very niche market. Take, for example, our SMA e-market portal. SMA e-market portal is operated by, cooperated with Singapore Medical Industry, and it has 8,000 members who are the buyers. And this is a very, very specialized controlled industry, as we all know, medical industry. So for the suppliers to come into the portal, they are already, led through by SMA and allowing them to place their product on the portal for SMA members to procure. So having a SMA e-market portal to be connected to Global Connect B2B, it means buyers to the Global Connect B2B will be able to source the product. And at the same time, suppliers to Global Connect B2B would be able to allow SMA buyer to source and procure your product that you have placed on Global Connect B2B. So in that sense, right, a buyer and a seller would be able to use our Global Connect B2B to reach out to a much bigger market and even controlled market and industry, as I have mentioned, which is the medical industry. Okay. And then, of course, moving on, next slide, please. Let me just give you a broader picture of the strategic landscape of Global Connect B2B. Okay, Global Connect B2B, as we mentioned, is more than just an e-marketplace. Of course, what we have shown you earlier on is that e-marketplace allow you to reach out to different buyers and sellers, across Singapore and across different countries. But it is also a true collaboration model. As you can see here, together with SBF, and then, SBF being the Apex Business Chamber, will connect with other TACs, other trade associations here, like, for example, SFMA, Singapore Manufacturing Association, Singapore Federal Manufacturing. So basically, the different TACs will also be connected to our portal with all the different buyers and sellers. And of course, SBF strategic alliance with other trade offices overseas, like, for example, on the left, as you can see, on the ASEAN enterprises. In fact, we are already in the process of talking with Kadin in Indonesia and VTO in Vietnam. In fact, we are signing an MOU with Vietnam Trade Office to actually allow them use their one of the areas that they are focused on is to bring their agriculture suppliers to introduce to the Singapore market. And then their idea is that they can bring some of these food supplies to Singapore. And of course, Singapore is a very strategic hub actually. If, for example, if let's say one of the country in the ASEAN does not have an FTA with Europe, and Singapore has, so actually suppliers can be looking at Singapore as a hub to reprocess or repackage their product to sell to Europe via the Global Connect B2B. So Global Connect B2B is more than just an e-marketplace. In fact, through the connection with trade TACs, trade officers, we attempt to bring the buyers and the sellers to be connected so that they can collaborate and expand their business beyond the traditional market. And if that strategic platform that seller can be marketing to even market that in their own capacity is unable to reach. So as you see here, a Global Connect B2B, besides connecting with trade officers, we have connection with other marketplace operators, as I said, on the FMB as well as SMA. And then, so it supports focus as well as specialized industries and also general industries. And it facilitates that transaction of the end-to-end from order to fulfillment, as well as trade financing, as well as invoice financing. And in fact, we also work with different logistics partners as well as trade exchanges to ensure compliance in overseas transactions and logistics to bring to all of you a holistic e-commerce experience. So this is the end of my presentation. We'll be very happy to share more details. You may bring your questions to SPFS.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just heard from Bisman about how powerful data can boost our businesses and bring great values to our business owners and customers. Now let's continue to hear from Chin on the fundamental value of big data. Welcome back to Chin.
Okay, hello everyone.
Hi.
Okay, yeah, and to the page, I think maybe, okay, yes, this one, yes, thank you. Okay, and I continue to share my business from the data. And I think for every data is like a beer. So when you go into the beer bar and you can choose any one beer you like to drink. And the other one is when we mix some of the wine and it will become a cocktail. For that cocktail, the price is different from the wine because we also have some idea to value edit the wine. So I think it is the same for the data. Data is every data set has its value, but we can remix all of the data sets and we can maybe make the data as a service and we can make the data as some of the analyzed report. So it will be valuable. So next one. So this is what we done, and like the last speaker is sharing, I think our platform is like the data connect B2B. So a lot of the data provider, they can provide the data into our platform, and in our platform we have the two kinds of the service. One is the data set, the other one is the API service. So if some of the buyer and they are interested to buy the data, so they can easy to from our data set, they can pay on our data set and get the data directly. And if some of the people and maybe they have a startup company and they don't need to trace the data, they can easy to get the API service. So this is our platform, and now we provide the next one. So from our okay, next. Okay. Yes, thank you. This is our platform now already service. So from our data, we collect a lot of data, and some of the data is from open data, and some of the data from the private company data. So they combine the data into our database, and we provide different kind of the data service, like the data set, like the data API. So we provide the data to a lot of the company, like the here, like the Inrich, like the TomTom, like the Garmin. So all of the autonomous vehicle, like the Audi, Benz, and BMW, they all use all the map. So, and when they use the map and they use our data. So this is our, we cooperation with the global company. We're doing the international business. Next one. But for the data market, we still have some of the problems. Why? Because we just focus on traffic data. So we lack of the multiple cross domain data. So we need, and the second one is we just earn the one-time matchmaking. Because when our buyer, they already know the data provider, maybe they just can get some trading fee in the first time. Because for the next time, and they will be direct trade with the data provider. So this is some of the problems for the data market. So now we provide the next one for the data bank. Next. So for the data bank, we already have a lot of the multiple cross-domain data. So from the data provider, they hosting their data into our database. So from the database, we not just only to match the data, we also make the data valuable. So we can have the train the data, we can roam the data, we can make the data as a report, and we can valuable the data. Then we can share in some of the revenue to the data provider. Next one. So this is our data bank and the strategy. They have three important items. The first one is matchmaking, like the data market, and the second one is we have the entrust method to let all the data providers they can host their data into our database, and we also cooperation a lot of the data scientists, like the AI lab, like some of the new company, and they can easy to use the data, and they can evaluate the data to let the data valuable, and they can sell their service because they use our data to training and to deliver some of the new service. They can get money and they can return the revenue to us, and we also can share the revenue to our data provider. This is our business. Next one. So this year, and we hosting our data in the Amazon, and we get a lot of data from Taiwan government. So because the Taiwan government is the number one ranking in the global, they provide a lot of the open data. So we get a lot of data from government side. The other one is we also cooperation a lot of the big private company in Taiwan. So the big private company, why they can provide the data into our data bank? Because we have the third party. The third party is the trust community. The trust community is operation by the Taiwan ODA. Yeah. And some of the member is from the data science and the security and maybe system architecture and some of the lawyer. They will be monitor and they will be warning and reminding our data bank what kind of the data maybe have some of the private issue. So we will be cannot let the data into our database. The other one is from our database, we also cooperation with some of the new start company and some of the data scientists. They can use our data to do their business. So this is the Taiwan data bank that we already have done in Taiwan, and they now already have 10 of the private company cooperation with our database. Next. Okay, this is I think it's the five lecture, and not only for the sector and not only for the provider. We trust and we build out the trust, and we do a lot of application, and we do the benefit sharing. Okay, next one. This is the plan, and we will focus because a lot of the new start company they have a lot of the data analyze, and they have the AI technology in Taiwan, and they need a lot of the data to training their technology. So some of the data like the image recognition, voice recognition, face recognition, then they can easy to get the training data from our database. So they will be speed up and let their technology can be commercialized. Next one. For the other topic and for how we can cooperation with the Taiwan, with the Singapore, and I have the concept, and maybe we can talking about later. Okay. Next one. Next week I joined a meeting from operation by KPMG, because they announced the 2020 autonomous vehicle readiness index. Next. In the KPMG index, Singapore is the number one, or the global is in the global of the country. And last year Singapore is number 2. Yeah, but Taiwan is number 13 this year. Yeah, so they have the 4 factors to evaluate about the autonomous readiness. So you can see Singapore in the policy and the customer acceptance, you are always number 1 in the global. So this is very important. Next one. What is the Singapore already have? Yeah, you have a strong government. So you do a lot of the good policy for the new staff. You do some of the regulation, and you also your government always encourage innovation. So some kind like the technology, some kind like the business model, and you are easy to get the international funding in Singapore. So like the next speakers and the sharing. And you also have the quality people, and they can easy to access a lot of the high technology. Okay, next one. What has Taiwan side, and we already have. We have a strong ICT manufacturer and design. So we have the TSMC in the Taiwan #1. We have the Foxconn to support the iPhone, to make the iPhone more cheaper. Okay. And the second one, we have high quality and cost efficient software engineer. So in Taiwan, I think the software engineer is very quality level. Yeah. And the third one, we have a good capability to copy and test. Yeah. But I think it's a joke, but I think a lot of the Taiwan company, we have a good learning capability. Yeah. So if we have some of the new technology and we can understand, we can easy to copy, and we can easy to upgrade, and we can easy to make another new business, some kind of like. And we also have a lot of the problem solving skill. I think for some of the Taiwan people, we cannot easy to define the problem. But if some of the body and to already define the problem, and we have a good skill to solve the problem. So this is the difference from Taiwan and Singapore. Next one. So this is what we've seen, and Taiwan and Singapore, we have the win-win cooperation between, and we can leverage the Singapore business model and your international funding, plus Taiwan ICT and software engineering capability, and we can dominate the Southeast of Asia market. So this is what we share, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the sharing, Mr. Tin. Once again, I apologize to everyone for the technical issue. Now we'll move on to the next segment of our presentation today. For this segment, each company will have a total of 5 minutes to do a company pitching, so each of them will introduce themselves. A gentle reminder, if you would like to connect with the presenting companies, please email to market.cna@sbf.org.sg. I will now hand over the floor to Ms. Sage Liu from Mentor Media. Ms. Sage, please.
Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, hi, good afternoon everyone. This is Sage from Mentor Media. First of all, I would like to thank to SBF for arrange this wonderful webinar and to have a chance to introduce the service from Mentor Media. Next, please. So who is Mentor Media? Mentor Media is a member of the Elanders Group. And the Elanders is actually a listed company at the Sweden stock exchange market. So our group Elanders, we offer a full range of service and total solutions in supply chain management. The business is run from two business areas. One is the supply chain solutions, and the other is the clean and packaging solutions. Our group has more than 6,000 employees here and operates in more than 20 countries. And also, we definitely have a branch here in Taiwan and have been operating more than 20 years. So our major customers here include automotive, electronics, fashion and lifestyle, industrial and healthcare, and also life science. Next, please. So what is the service we have provide? Actually, we provide the end-to-end service. It could be started from the very beginning, let's say design and planning, to the very end aftermarket service. So it includes 3 business sectors, which is demand planning, source and build and ship, and also the deliver and service. Next, please. So how do we simplify your supply chain service? let's say if you have 5 suppliers in China and 2 in ASEAN, if you accept this service from Mental Media, we're going to perform the quality service for you, the rework, assembly, price, masking, consolidation, storage, direction. And what you're going to have is only one single source of all shipment control. And as to the destination, if you are not so familiar with the new market, you can also leverage with our warehousing there. So we can help you to perform the last mile shipment from the destination to assist you go to the market. Next, please. So why us? Definitely because we have a global footprint and also we are very flexible. We can customize all your needs and we have standardized platform. And to help you, you can have the visibility to all your data, your numbers. And we can help you to replicate if you need to transfer your service or move from one region to another, we can assist you to do that. And nevertheless, we have plenty of experience which is proven and trusted. So one final sentence is that we always believe we should have the customer to do their core business, and as the rest of things, let us help you to manage it. Okay, thank you. This is what I have today.
Thank you, Ms. Sage. Now let's invite Mr. Desmond Chin from SMS Infocom Singapore Private Limited. Mr. Desmond, please.
Hi everyone. My name is Desmond Chin, Chen Jianhui. Please allow me to introduce SMS Infocom and Response Corporation.
Can you press the next page, please? Next one, please.
Next, please. Response is listed in Taiwan Stock Exchange. We are one of the largest manufacturers of ICT products. We have facilities in Taipei, Hsinchu, Kaohsiung, and Jinji. Next, please. SMS Infocom is a service business group of Response. HQ is also in Taiwan. We are located all over the world, including Singapore. We provide innovative, one-stop global, forward, and reverse supply chain management and repair services. We design and customize our services depending on your different business needs. We are very flexible. Next, please. This is our global network. We are in most of Asia-Pacific countries, India, Middle East, North and South America. You can easily duplicate from one site to another for your future expansion. Next, please. Our services include material planning using AI technology, procurement, for export management, logistics, warehousing, distribution, breakdown, assembly, kitting, rekitting, spare part management, service center management, return to supply management, testing, screening, rework, whole unit, sub-assembly, circuit board repair, finished goods refurbishment, last mile delivery, waste management, and so forth. Our AP distribution hub is in the west of Singapore, but yet easily accessible to the supply of labor. They are the Jurong East MRT interchange. There are 3 highways leading to the airport, providing alternate routings in case of traffic condition. We also have a service center in Orchard Road, which is the central shopping district. Next, please. This is the overview of our processes. In the center, there's the forward goods and part fulfillment process flow. From material planning, procurement, custom clearance, report, put away, pick, pack, and ship, according to your specifications and KPI. Our system is able to monitor the status of all orders live and alert the management before any KPI fails. It is also intelligent to optimize strategy in all aspects of operations as well well as seamless. On top is the reverse goods return and repair process flow. It is especially useful if you provide warranty for your products. At the bottom is the recovery of goods and parts process flow. This is useful if you need to take warranty claims against the supplier. Return goods and parts are put back into the supply chain. All these are integrated in our system, which is the heart of our business, to provide innovation, effectiveness, and efficiency. We have full control of the system and can design and customize to your specific business needs. We are very flexible. We have IT, engineering, and quality department at country level and HQ level to support the operations requirement. To ensure we align with our customers, we have monthly performance reviews, quarterly and yearly business reviews. Next is, this is our AP distribution hub with 9-meter ceiling to accommodate heavy Z-rackings to hold palletized goods. For easy access of loose items, we have 2 levels of boardless rackings. We also have anti-static protection in our production line, which is critical for electronic goods. Next is, one of our most important values is integrity. We know how important a reliable supplier or business partner is to you. We are here with you for the long haul. Next please. These are some of our major customers who have been with us for many years, if not decades. Next please. So let us begin the journey in Singapore and springboard to every Asia-Pacific country and then to the world. These are my contacts, including line. Wish you success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Desmond. Now let's invite Mr. Colvin Lee from Earthbook. Mr. Colvin, please.
Hi, good morning everyone. I'm Colvin from Earthbook Incorporation, Taiwan. Today I will introduce our product. Next please. Okay, this is our product. We call it a 4D dust platform. Next please. Okay, although we just start up from last year, but right now we are already involved in Microsoft Startup Innovation Group this year. So we build this platform by ourselves. You can image this platform like Google Earth platform, but because we construct it by ourselves, so we can use it in many applications. Next, please. Okay, first let me introduce you our business model. Next. This is our business model. We build a platform right now focused on a drone data collection. User right now we know the drone is very strong or grows very fast market. The user don't know how to use the data collected by drone. Right now we just provide a platform and user can just upload the drone data to our platform and can do many applications. So this platform is simple but complex. Why call it simple? Because user just open the browser can use this platform. Why is it complex? Because it can use user can use this platform for many applications. So later I will introduce several real case for you. Next, please. Okay, next. This is the 3D model demonstration on our platform. So for the construction process, a user use a drone to collect a picture, can upload to our platform and building the 3D model. And this 3D model can be measurement like the length, area, even volume. So constructor or engineer can monitor our process directly. Next, please. Okay, next. This is another application. So although we focus on the drone application, but this platform can be application to another place, like the thermal image, satellite image, and AIS management. This system can be used for the ship management, please. And this is a video took by drone. And with our platform, users can demonstration their video with the drone position in our platform. And this can help for the disaster survey. So this is very useful. Next, please. And this platform is a 4D platform. Why call it 4D platform? Because the users can demonstrate 3D data, even the time-lapse data. So we can use it for satellite images. So with cooperation with our NSPO government unit, and we can use this platform to management the oyster farmer for our management unit. Next, please. So this is above is our application of our export platform. Thank you for your participation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Colvin. Now let's invite Mr. King Wang from Smart Bee Intelligence Company. Mr. King, please. Hi, Mr. King.
Hello, everyone. We are Smart Bee, and I'm glad to have this opportunity to introduce to you. First, we will introduce the speaker platform we developed. Next page. Next page. Smart Bee has more 30 years old of experience in forwarding. First, on the domain knowledge, we have combined new technologies such as big data and artificial intelligence. With high-level information security protection, we believe that more and more forwarders will change to local service put on the cloud, on e-forwarder. Our vision is that no matter what operation system you and your customers use, so both can using Smart Bee platform for related integration and data exchange. Finally, we will add value to those data and create more value to you. Next page, please. We have not only integrated the internationally popular forwarding software like CargoWise, but also integrated the internationally popular supply chain platform and the blockchain alliance. We have also integrated more useful services such as ocean and air contract management, potential management, and the cargo checking service. Based on those infrastructure, you can connect with your customer faster and provide quotations and cargo status more efficiently. Next page, thanks. The interface we have established for your customer we called Portal. It provides us a simple operation interface that allows customers to easily complete quote request without operation menus. Next page. Through our quotation service, it is easier for you make quotations. Most quotations will be auto-generated by their service. Next page. Next page, thanks. Like the call request, we have also made a booking interface that customers don't feel complicated, such the customers can make booking faster. Next page. The shipment on the portal, we will actively update the cargo status. You can also maintain it on the corporation functions with your customers and the corporation vendors. Next page. All customer data will be collected into a simple and easy to read dashboard. Next page. It is worth mentioning that our rate service, it can automatically identify your current contract without the need for traditional Excel operations and quickly turn it into a digital quote. Next page. You can regularly manage your cost online and mark up them into saving rate. Next page. Finally, you can apply those saving rates in multiple scenarios, just giving condition and the one-click search button. Next page. If you are interested for our applications or other corporation opportunities, welcome to contact us. Thanks for your listening. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. King. Now we shall move on to the business matching session. For participants who are not involved in the business matching session, you will be invited to a free trade agreement consultation room with Mr. Jason Lee, Acting Director of STA Education from SBF. For those who have received emails on your customized business matching sessions, please give us a minute while we prepare the breakout rooms for the round 1 of the business matching session. Companies who are involved in the round 2 of the business matching session, please take your kind patience to wait in the main room for 10 minutes. A gentle reminder to switch your mic to the breakout rooms when the system prompts you to do so. Vicky, you may start the breakout sessions now. Thank you.